So should you partner with a print farm in order to produce your prints? We're gonna talk about that in this video. So when partnering with a print farm, it can be a great way of doing it because operating a print farm is a lot of work. Like, it's not an easy thing. You have to collect all the parts, keep the machines running, refill stuff, order inventory, keep on ordering through, make sure the machines are maintained, find out what the latest greatest machine is. There's a lot of work with operating a print farm. But when partnering with a print farm, you can focus on customer support and designing awesome new products, which keeps you safer on places like Etsy, but also allows you to just grow your business and focus on what really matters rather than just how does parts get printed and shipped. Now, there's plenty of issues with a print farm though too. Do they make parts the quality that you expect? Are they reliable and consistent? How easy are they to work with? So let's go ahead and start with, are they easy to work with? Well, you can generally find a print farm near you. There's generally somebody with 10 or 30 machines probably in your town that you're just not aware of. And literally you can almost just do a Google Maps to find out who's 3D printing in your area and then reach out to them. They can produce your parts, but very often those types of print farms that are just printers on a rack that are sitting someplace, they generally will want to do like batches. So whatever your most popular product is, they will send out batches. There are services like Teleport where you don't have to do batches. You can just plug them straight into your Etsy store so that when you get an order, Teleport will print the item and ship it directly to your customer for you, which is perfect for drop shipping. Now, the thing to realize with all of these is quality. Now, quality will vary from user to user because you will have a different standard of quality. A cookie cutter is different from a rocket engine. They're different parts, they have different standards and expectations of what needs to be done. And you as the designer also has a different view of the world of what you expect your product to be like. Now, it is important to understand the difference between your perfect kind of carved chair and a manufactured chair. Your chair, which has been polished, sanded, and treated and beautiful, is a beautiful work of art, but you cannot make 1,000 of them. So if you're wanting to grow your business, there may have to be some amount of pliability in how you make it or how you design it in order to make it more robust for production so that you know that the part that comes out is reliable. This is the best thing that you can do in order to prepare for a print farm. Make sure it's possible that your design cannot be screwed up. We have an entire YouTube channel talking about design for 3D printing, which goes through this issue of how to make a part that can be printed with any material at any resolution on any machine and still have a good quality part come out of it. Everything from texturing to rounding edges, that kind of stuff. Very simple things can radically improve the quality of the part, so that regardless of if their machine matches your machine or anything else, you get the same part out of it all. So design is huge for this. The other part though is also just taking the time to work with that farm and figure it out. Order samples, work through it, try it out, give feedback on those samples. Say, why did this happen? Is this good? Is this bad? Is this continuous? Is this regular? All that kind of stuff. Then you will have to be an entrepreneur. You will have to decide, am I going to work within these constraints and figure out how to make it work? Or am I going to continue to do it myself? Those are the two options that you have, because the supplier should make it easier, and they do. You have a lot less work, but it may not be exactly what you're expecting it to be. But the supplier also has the opportunity to make it better than what you could do. Because again, their job is to have the latest, greatest stuff all the time. If you're building a print farm, you are going to have to replace the machines in that print farm kind of on the regular because they're generally consumer things. Whereas the print farm itself does that for you, and you don't have to keep track of what is the latest, greatest, whatever machine it happens to be. The other factor with partnering with a print farm is cost. It's going to cost more per part to print it than to do it yourself, but not as much as you might think. Technically, once it all bottoms out, a print farm might add 10 to 20% to the cost of the part if they're doing a good job from what you would do yourself, if you're actually valuing your time, the materials, and the effort. So for example, inside of Teleport, a small part can be printed for about $3, and that includes getting it put into a box, wrapped up, protected, and everything else, and then have the shipping label stuck on top of it, which is a very good deal. If you're creating e-commerce products, you should be trying to sell products for about 25 bucks. So a 10% increase really shouldn't hurt it, and the fact that it can become totally hands-off should be a tremendous value to you, because the money now is effectively free, so long as you're totally hands-off. And then coming back around again to how easy is the farm to work with? Are they good folks? Are they responsive? Are they helpful? Is there a good stack? Most print farms don't really have any way to interface with them other than email. So you're like emailing them orders, or they need access to your store or something along those lines in order to produce the parts and ship. There are the automated services like Teleport, which plug straight in and then you're connected and then you never have to think about it again, which is a really good tech engagement and that kind of stuff. But you might want a really deep personal connection. So work with somebody who you feel comfortable working with and makes you comfortable in the operation of your business when deciding which print farm you want to use. The other thing with print farms is to make sure that they have the scale to support you. If you are very successful and you're reaching out to a print farm, be very clear about the volume of units that you are doing and very open about it. Be very clear about the volume of units that you are doing so that they can accurately gauge demand and capacity and make sure that they have the demand and capacity for you. Very often people will go to print farms who have like 5 or 10 machines and then they say, we're going to do some orders and there's going to be 1,000 parts next week. That 5 or 10 machines can't do the 1,000 parts in a week often if they're big and chunky. So make sure that the print farm has the capacity that you need. Do you need 100 printers? Do you need 1,000 printers? Do you need 10,000 printers? Whatever it is, in order to ensure that as your business is growing, you have the capacity that you need to support it. Hopefully that gives you some insight into partnering with 3D print farms. Comment down below if there's other areas like 3D printed dropshipping that you would like us to talk about. And beyond that, have a great day, everybody.